And welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe if you're not new and you've been here for a while. Then why not make sure that notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have quite an exciting one because Revolution have recently come out with a new Tasty palette, and you guys know, if you've been here for a while, that I absolutely love the Revolution Tasty range. So they have released a coconut palette. How cute is this? I love the pink and green packaging. This is the Tasty Coconut Shadow Palette. It has 18 shades of intense pressed pigments. Okay, interesting. So it looks like all of them are pressed pigments, but this is what the palette looks like. The Tasty palettes all retail for £10. They are maybe £1 more expensive than their chocolate bar palettes. I think it's just because of the upgrade in packaging and also formula. That's what I also love about these palettes, is that the formula of them are just incredible. They're so much better than their chocolate bar palettes. Look how adorable this packaging is. I absolutely love the fact that it's baby pink and has the coconuts on here. Love it. Now before I get into today's video, this is also in collaboration with my very good friend LUCE Stephenson. I collaborate with her quite often actually, which basically means once you have watched this video, click the link in my description box and go over and watch her video on this palette as well. We found out we were going to be uploading this video on the same day anyway, and we thought we'd collaborate, so definitely go and check out LUCE down below. Absolutely love her channel. We've been friends for a very long time now. She's so sweet, she's so lovely, and definitely deserves some more subscribers, so definitely go and check her out. So let's finally crack this bad boy open. Oh, there goes the plastic. This is what the palette looks like. Now I am so excited about this. It obviously has a lot of shimmers in here, which, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of. I hate it when brands constantly bring out palettes that have the majority shimmers in. Like, please put at least the same amount of mattes and shimmers in the palette. This has a lot of shimmers, but the mattes in here are all cool toned mattes. So we have a cool toned palette here, and then we have an absolute beautiful shade selection of shimmers. And what's great about this is that all of these shades, I think probably barring this green one, I'm not too sure though, I'll have to tell when I swatch them, all look like they're going to be that most beautiful foil formula that you guys all know that I absolutely love. And I'm just really excited about this palette. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love the Tasty range, so I have a good feeling about this. So let's get into the swatches. Okay, so this is the entire palette swatched. I love the shimmers in here, even though there's a lot, and I don't like the fact that there's a lot. They are such a beautiful formula. Like, look at them. Oh my god, they're beautiful. I love the mattes in here. There's only a few selection of mattes, but you can quite easily create what look you want using the selective mattes. And obviously we're going to do a nice brownie cool tone look today. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with the swatches. The shimmers are very nice and reflective, and I think we should just get these on my eyeballs. We're firstly going to take the shade Sprout, which is this one down here, and I'm going to add this to my crease. Next, to blend out these outer edges, I'm going to take just a tiny little bit of natural, this brown here. I'm going to take this on a fluffy brush. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm just going to put a bit on my brush, tap a lot of it off so there's not a ton of pigment, and just start buffing out the outer edge so there isn't such a harsh line. Okay, so that is what that looks like with it buffed out. I'm loving the tones of this palette. It's very beautiful, kind of like their second like Dogs palette they did. That was very much cool toned, and I'm getting like similar cool tone vibes, and I think it's really pretty. So for my outer corners, I'm going to take the shade Timber, which is this one here. It's a very dark brown, and yeah, I'm just going to start placing on my outer corner. And then I'm just going to go back in with the Sprout shade. It's almost like a khaki shade. It's got like an olivey undertone. It's very beautiful and unique. And I'm just gonna start blending that a little bit better, just so there's no harsh lines. I just took a large fluffy brush and just was blending out the edges a little bit, just because it was a little bit too rounded for me. So these are all of my matte shades on. I'm very happy with the pigmentation and the blend, and now I'm going to do a half cut crease. I'm just going to take the Revolution Ultimate Eye Base and my Real Techniques accent brush, do a half cut crease on both eyes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so these are what my half cut creases are looking like, and as soon as I saw this colour, I was like, I have to try that with these tones on my eyes. I'm going to take the lime green shimmer in here, which is called Palm, and we're going to put that all over my cut crease. Okay, so this is the shade Palm on my lids, and how gorgeous and reflective is that lime green. It is just absolutely stunning, and I love it with the cool tones. I just think they go together so well. So now I'm just going to take a little bit of this Roots shade, which is like a shimmery brown, and I'm just going to use that shade to blend out the edges of this green. Okay, and then for the lower lash line, I'm gonna take the Timber shade again and put that all the way across. There are a few mattes, or I think there's 4 mattes I haven't used. I haven't used this yellow shade, but wouldn't fit anywhere in there. This shade, which is Chips, and this shade Pina Colada, are just too light for this look and they wouldn't go. And then we have a bit of a random matte purple in there, but I did want to go for this cool tone neutral vibe. And then for my inner corners and brow bone, I'm going to take the shade White Sands. Of course, it's the lightest and brightest acid shade in the palette. Okay guys, so this is my completed eye look. I'm now going to hop off camera. I'm just going to put some mascara and lashes on, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back, and this is my completed look. So for my mascara and lashes, I used my Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara, and then I used my Revolution and Roxy eyelashes. My lips are a Morphe combination. They are the lip liner in the shade Crush, and also the lipstick in Bare All. This is the matte one. It's quite a light nude, and yeah, this is my completed look, so let me know down below what you think. So let's sit down and talk about the new I Heart Revolution Tasty Coconut palette. So firstly, I love the packaging of this. Obviously it's baby pink, my absolute favourite, so I'm a massive fan of the packaging. The only thing with the Tasty packaging is that this bit can get quite dirty quite easily. There's already a mark on it because it is that like more rubbery texture. It's just more likely to cling to it. The colour story, you know, is absolutely beautiful. I love that there's more cool tones in this palette. What I don't like and what I'm never a fan of is that when brands put so many shimmers in a palette. Like, don't get me wrong, this palette is absolutely beautiful, and for a palette that has a lot of shimmers in it, it's actually so stunning, and I really love the colour story of this. I love the cool tones. I do kind of wish they swapped out maybe a couple of these like lighter mattes in here with some more variations of neutrals, just because I can't picture myself using this shade down here, which is called Chips. It's very pale, and I feel like there's a drastic change from Sprout to Chips. Like, there's quite a shade difference, so that would be quite hard to blend out. So when looking at this, I am more drawn to the darker neutrals in here, which is obviously what I created the look on today. I definitely love that I went for something a little bit different. This look definitely gives me more like chocolate mint vibes, and I'm just absolutely loving it. I feel like I could have done this look honestly with any of the shimmers in here, so I do love the colour story. I think it is very pretty. I would just kind of maybe swapped a couple of colours round and maybe put a few more mattes in here that went very well with the darker neutrals. The formula of this palette, the mattes were really nice and pigmented for me. I had no problem blending them out. Actually blended out quite seamlessly. Just obviously I didn't have a light enough matte to blend that out, so when I took this shade I took a very little amount and it worked so well to blend out. So I'm very happy with the blendability and pigmentation of the mattes. The shimmers are stunning. I love the finished look of the shimmers. Just with them in particular, they are quite crumbly, so I do have a little bit of fallout on underneath, but obviously I've wiped it away. I have got a little bit of shimmer underneath, I think you can see that. So these shades are quite crumbly. They are very fallouty, but once you build them up enough, you get the most beautiful reflective shimmers, and I absolutely love them. So yeah, this is £10, very affordable. Colour story is absolutely stunning in my opinion, and I love this palette. Yet another tasty palette that does not let me down. I absolutely love this, and if you're looking for a more cool toned palette and you love the shimmers in here, because I do honestly think the shimmers in here are absolutely stunning, then I would definitely recommend picking this up. I'll leave some discount codes you can use on Revolution as well, just to get it a little bit cheaper, because that's what I do. I love to save a little bit of money. But yeah, this palette definitely gets a thumbs up from me, and I would 100% use it again. It is absolutely beautiful. I would of course love to know your opinions on this palette as well. Do you have the same opinions as me, or do you not think this is for you? I would love to know. So that is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button, and of course if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
No.